2K Sports and the Corn Ferry Tour are delighted to welcome you to this year's Q School Final.
Let's head out of the course for the third round of this event. Hi, I'm Luke Elvey. Delightful to have your company once again. Rich, do you fancy this player's chances?
Luke, they are just so far back, it's disgusting. So I don't know what the Dale entails for him, but I tell you what, if they don't get it in gear, they can just go on home and start fresh next week.
We head down to the first hole. Okay, he's got that one in the air, heading out onto the fairway, and that's going to set the tone for the day. He's setting up for his second shot.
All right, we're going with an extra club here.
Oh, that's a great approach shot.
You know what? That deserves a golf clap.
This one just outside 7 feet to the hole.
This is such a great opportunity for birdie.
And that's an opening hole par for this player.
Nice, solid opening hole right there.
Love the long holes. Welcome to the par 5.
What a drive. Look at that.
Stay on the cut stuff. Time for the second shot here on the second hole. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole. And that'll see him move up the leaderboard after that effort. Stepping onto the par 3 third. Looks to be going with the 5-iron. Time for the second shot into the third. Didn't that look good for a long time? Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. But our man on the ground, John McCarthy, has been giving us some great reads all day. What's this one doing, mate?
Well, can be firm with this one up the hill, but it's going to move to the right as well.
6 feet remaining to the cup. Currently plus 13 for the event.
Not much happening. Moving down the leaderboard, never a good sign.
Let's go to the fourth. It's a par 4. Well, that one is looking like it's going straight down the pipe. Hasn't managed to birdie this hole this week. Currently 12 over for the tournament. Now on the tee after a birdie. Fired up and ready for more. Oh my, that was launched. Playing from around 150 yards here. That should set up another chance.
Already had a few birdies today. This for another.
9 feet to the cup.
This for a birdie run.
Ooh. Oh, Rich, is there anything more disappointing setting up what you'd think is a makeable birdie putt, but unfortunately not able to convert? Okay, he's holding steady on the leaderboard after that hole.
Time to tee off at the 6th.
Pretty good shot there.
Come on, get down. Setting up for his third shot. This one's for bogey. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. We've arrived now at the 7th in the par 4. Nicely done. Well, this would be a familiar spot. Rich, it looks like the same one as yesterday.
Had a good result here yesterday. Hopefully conjure up some more of those good thoughts.
Well, that'll work. Up on the dance floor. Could have been worse. He hasn't managed to birdie this hole, this tournament. You know what they say, never up, never in. Okay, let's head to the next. And as the scorecard suggests, heading up the leaderboard. We've arrived now at the par 3/8. Yes, anytime you can find the green and have a putt, you'll take it. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
It's 13 feet out. Unlucky for some.
That putt ends up just short of the hole. Just a short putt closes the work out on that hole.
And as we look at the leaderboard, our player out in front is leading by 1.
We've arrived at a par 5.
Oh, seems to have got a big piece of that one. Striped.
And that's just sneaked into the second cut of rough.
Second shot here on the 9th hole. Well struck. Lovely effort that.
A birdie putt awaits.
And as we check the standings, our leader has a one-stroke advantage.
Lovely momentum for this player after that birdie at the last hole. Keep it rolling.
Nicely done. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
I can see the 125-yard marker just nearby. Oh, that is textbook.
It's just about 3 feet away. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day.
Back-to-back birdies moving the right direction there, Luke.
Now plus 11 overall.
Gotta like it. Moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Time for the second shot at the 11th.
And from the bunker here. Well, out of the bunker and onto the green, but still a fair bit of effort to go here. This is a lengthy putt here.
From long range here, looking to get it close.
Just a tiny putt is all that remains.
And it's a one-stroke par for our leader over the field. The 12th hole is a par 4. And after a par at the last, chance to maybe take a step in the right direction here.
Stonking drive there.
This would be a great up and down. Well, I hope he makes this one. It's for par.
Just a short putt remaining here.
And a little slide down the standings after that hole. Let's see what happens here on the 13th hole, shall we? That got a little out of control, I think.
Needed to take a little less club on that approach.
His second shot here. Ooh, that almost went down. He has this putt to save his par. That's frustrating. Should have made that.
And this one will be for double bogey.
The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. We've arrived at the par 4 14th hole. That'll work there. This shot coming from around the 150-yard marker. Yeah, not a bad shot, that one. 13 feet to the cup.
A really good look at birdie.
Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
This putt's going to break to the right.
Header house.
Putting for a par now.
Yeah, well hold. Let's move on to the next. And that'll see him remain in the same spot on the leaderboard.
Here we find ourselves on the tee of a long par 4. That drive heading straight towards the cut stuff.
Time now to play the second shot on the 15th hole.
Ten out of 10 marks given.
Putting for birdie here.
Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. Well, that was a positive hole. A little shift up the leaderboard. Well played.
And there's always the sense of a birdie in the air when we stride onto a par 5 tee.
Well, I like the look of the line here. This should find the fairway. Playing from around 190 yards out.
Ooh, just skinned the hole, that one.
Oh, 13-footer coming up here. Oh, that would have been outstanding to make the eagle.
Always nice when you can just go ahead and tap one in for birdie.
Mark it down. That's 6 birdies today.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
And as we look at the leaderboard, our player out in front is leading by 1. Welcome to the par 3 17th hole. chosen the pitching wedge here. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here. Ooh.
Putting for a par here.
Sitting at 12 over for the event. And as we stand on the last tee, it's a par 4.
Wow, that's an incredible drive.
Looks like a similar approach to yesterday.
Let's not think about what happened here yesterday with this next shot. It wasn't very good.
And he's safely on the green.
19 feet to the hole.
And he's down there. You got to read.
Yeah, it's hard to even stand straight on this slope. Big right to left break.
So close. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole. Signing off with a bogey. Well, Rich, that was a Jekyll and Hyde performance, if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, and which one was good, the Jekyll or the Hyde? I can never tell, but I tell you what, I think Mr. Jekyll was in the front and Mr. Hyde was on the back, because that's what it looked like.
On behalf of Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.
.2K Sports and the Corn Ferry Tour are proud to bring you this year's Q School Final. And we've got final round coverage coming your way right now. Luke Elvey here. Welcome back. We're delighted you've joined us. Well, the play has been thrilling to say the least. And we can't wait to see what happens here today on 2K Sports. We're going down to the first hole now.
Absolutely tattooed that one.
This is his second shot.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
And if this can go down, he'll save par. That's disappointing. It's just about 3 feet away.
Try and keep that scorecard a little less dirty. This is for bogey.
Sitting at 14 over for the event. Time to tee off at the second.
Oh, that was pummeled into submission.
Henny, what's the player facing here?
215 left here. Going with less club.
Ooh, this is gonna work.
An eagle putt awaits. Oh, what a putt. Currently 12 over for the tournament.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
I'm pretty sure this player will be full of confidence now after that eagle back at the last hole.
This one looks to be heading towards the green.
The wind was howling, but that didn't matter.
And this has been a hole he's unable to take advantage of so far for this event. Well, good move there. Anything north on the leaderboard's always pleasant. And now onto the par 4 fourth hole.
Oh, look at this soar through the air.
It's fair to say that that approach didn't hit the mark.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
Nice soft hands around the green. What a skill to have. And that puddle drop. Well done. And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. Now on the tee of the 5th hole, the par 4. Oh, that was pummeled. Great drive. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Yeah, he's looking at maybe a little over 130 to the pin.
Well, that looked good in the air, and now looks great on the ground. Terrific approach, and a chance for a birdie here on the 5th. Just a 4-footer remaining. Overcooked that one. That's a disappointing par in the end after such a terrific shot in. And as we check the standings, our leader has a 1-stroke advantage. Let's see what happens here on the 6th. Well, that's That's unfortunate. Didn't deserve that. Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this.
Good effort from there.
And down it goes. Let's head to the next. And it's a one-stroke par for our leader over the field. They've now arrived at the par 4 7th. Well, on the tee now, coming off a par. Chance to pipe one up the middle. That one's heading down Broadway. Standing over his second shot. What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. Oh, good look at a birdie here. You know, Luke Donald once made all 400-plus attempts inside 3 feet on the PGA Tour. Oh, how did he miss that?
Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole.
Sitting at 12 over for the event. And we've arrived at a par 3. That's a good-looking shot there. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
I've given it a good look. I see this one going left at the hole.
Par putt coming up here.
Down she goes. Let's head to the next.
Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. On the tee of the par 5 9th.
That's a nice looking tee shot, that one.
This is the second shot here on the 9th hole. Yeah, this is the stuff we love. Getting after this par 5 and 2.
2 big hits there, knocking in on this par 5 and 2.
Okay, John, what's he looking at with this putt?
Well, from down here, looking like 25 feet or so to the cup.
Not a good line.
Yeah, that was really nicely judged from there.
And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. And as we head over to the 10th hole, Rich, this player will enter their final 9 holes of Q School. How will they be feeling?
Luke, this is the spot where you either fail or shine. And I got to say, 9 holes left to put themselves in the top 50 to make it on the Korn Ferry Tour. Failing is definitely an option for this player.
And he's setting this one up from almost the same spot as yesterday on this hole.
Got some good vibes after yesterday. Trying to keep it up again today.
Well, this one's going right at the flag.
Just a tiny putt is all that remains.
Sitting at 10 over par for the event. Always positive coming off a birdie. Let's see what happens here. Well, that should find the bunker. Playing now from the fairway bunker.
Not as easy and straightforward as yesterday's par, so work to be done.
Lining up the birdie putt here. And he's down there. You got to read.
Okay, this part, I've got it starting out to the left, but it will come back at the end.
This putt just 5 feet away from the hole. Wow, that's classy. Good save from there.
After driving it in the bunker off the tee, that's a formidable score right there.
Some lovely momentum for this player, moving up the leaderboard. Welcome to the par 4, 12th hole. Come on, sit. Oh, that was pure. This putt from around 18 feet.
Starting this putt way out to the left.
That's well judged. Good speed, good line.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Here we are in front of a par 3. Going with the 7. Oh, stop it. What a shot. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
Yeah, this putt's going to just veer off to the right-hand side.
4 feet to the cup. And as we check the standings, our leader has a 1-stroke advantage. All right, getting into our final stretch. Time to tee off here at the 14th. Left nothing in the tank on that one. That was pummeled. Looks like a similar approach to yesterday.
Same spot as yesterday, looking for the same result today.
He's standing over his 3rd shot. Well, that's an impressive little chip. 3 feet to go here to the hole.
To keep the round going. This is a par save.
Sitting at 10 over for the event. Here we are on the par 4, 15th hole. That's a big drive. Playing from around 160 yards. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. Okay, John, what's he looking at with this putt?
Well, gentlemen, he's got about, what, I'd say 32 feet.
5 feet coming up to the cup.
And the par putt just slides by there. That's disappointing.
So close to the par, but a bogey it will be. And as we look at the leaderboard, our player out in front is leading by 1. Welcome to this par 5 hole. Second shot here on the 16th. What happened there? That was a little untidy, wasn't it? Straight into the water. John, have you got a read on this one? What's it going to do?
This one's going to go pretty hard to the left.
That's frustrating. Unfortunate thing to happen, but it can in golf. Well, you like the look of those hands.
Just a short putt remaining here.
And he'll drop down the leaderboard after that effort. This 17th hole is a par 3.
Trying to bounce back after that bogey at the last.
Going with the pitching wedge here.
In this wind, what that says to me is he struck that good.
This putt coming up is for birdie. Good putters will make these right on 5 feet. That'll affect the scorecard.
And that finishes up the efforts with a tiny little tap in.
And that sees him drop down the standings a little bit. Welcome to the par 4 18th. Atta boy, good shot. From about 130 yards here. Choosing the 9-iron here. Wonderful shot into the 18th and a chance for birdie. Well, they're the kind of putts you've got to make at this level of the game. And now this to sign off on a 72. And that signs off on today's round. And with that, his Q School journey has come to an end. But unfortunately, he won't finish inside the top 45 this week.
He gave it